Here is an explanation for the answer to final exam question number 13 in Electronics Demystified, 2nd edition. If you have the printed book, please refer to page 419 at the top. We're talking about protecting sensitive electronic equipment against the effects of sudden dramatic spikes in the power supply voltage, otherwise known as transients. How can we accomplish transient suppression? Well, if you will refer back to page 150 or figure 5-4 deals with how this can be done. The devices that we use are called thyrectors. They're kind of like semiconductor diodes back to back. We can connect these things between each AC line and ground. What these in effect do, they act somewhat like Zener diodes. Their avalanche thresholds prevent the peak voltage from exceeding a certain predetermined level, determined according to the way that the thyrector is manufactured. By doing this, it clips anything over a peak voltage of plus or minus so much off so that it cannot reach the transformer and pass through to the associated sensitive electronic circuitry. So the correct choice here in this question is A. We can connect a thyrector between each of the AC lines and electrical ground. The other choices are all inappropriate. Gun diodes, well, we'd burn those gun diodes out in a hurry if we did that. Those are intended for microwave oscillation, so choice B will not work. C, capacitor in series with each of the AC lines, well, that would keep anything from reaching the transformer in effect, unless the capacitors were extremely large in value, and then they still wouldn't prevent the transients from getting through. In fact, smaller capacitors might let the transients through and not the voltage that we want. Choice D, small value resistor in series with each of the AC lines. Well, that's a surefire way to get a little resistor fires. That would not work. That would simply burn the resistors out or else create a voltage drop that we don't want. Rectifier diode in series with each of the AC lines. Well, we don't want to do that. Not before the transformer here. We would do that in a rectifier circuit, and then they wouldn't necessarily go simply in series. It would depend on the rectifier circuit itself. But anyway, the correct choice, once again, to this question is A, as in alpha. Thyrectors between the AC lines and ground, provided that they have the correct ratings, will accomplish this task.